Hi there, and thanks for taking the time to learn about enrollment campaigns in Navigate360, Kane University Student Success Management System. This video tutorial brings you through the step-by-step process for setting up your campaign. These campaigns are specifically designed so that we can reach out to student populations and encourage them to enroll for the upcoming semester. To get started, you'll want to log in to Navigate360 from the Kane University Quick Links, keyword Navigate360. After logging in, you'll want to go to the campaign icon located on the icon menu to the left of your screen. The icon for campaigns is a megaphone with a circle around it. Go ahead and click on the campaign icon. After clicking on the campaign icon, you'll be brought to the campaign window. This will display all campaign types that are available to you. Scroll down until you find enrollment campaigns. From here, you'll be able to either click on Enrollment Campaigns to manage and view all enrollment campaigns that you have access to, or you can quickly add a new campaign by selecting Add New. The first step in configuring your enrollment campaign is defining it. From here, you'll want to include the campaign name, the desired enrollment term, meaning what term do you want students to register for, and, as necessary, a tracking URL. The tracking URL will point students towards a particular website that has information about registration, or you could even link, in our case, to self-service. After setting up the campaign details, you'll scroll towards the bottom to manage the timing. The timing of the campaign will determine how long students will receive the communications related to registration. In this particular instance, I have our campaign running from October 28th, meaning the first communication would go out on October 28th, and January 1st. This means that students will no longer receive communications through this campaign after January 1st. After deciding upon your campaign timing, scroll to the very bottom of the screen and select Continue on the bottom right. The next step is to choose your recipients. It's important to note that at the very top of the screen, we have an orange bar which is indicating a message. It says, the term selected in the Define Campaign step, Spring 2025, has been pre-selected by default. This means that under the Enrollment Term tab or entity of the Advanced Search, you will see Spring 2025 automatically populate. You'll then want to use the Advanced Search to add additional criteria or parameters. For example, on the screen here, we have a few criteria to consider when setting up your enrollment campaign. The first is an exclusionary statement in the category section. Category in none of these is academic standing dismissed. This would exclude students who have been dismissed from the university. Similarly, we have tags in none of these, and graduation in progress January 2025. This would exclude students who have been approved for graduation in January 2025. And finally, towards the bottom under enrollment history, we have enrolled in any of these terms set to fall 2024. This is going to allow us to make our search a bit more granular, looking only for students who were registered for the fall 2024 term, have not been dismissed, are not graduating in January 2025, and have not yet registered for the spring 2025 term. Once you're satisfied with the criteria of your search, you're going to scroll to the very bottom left of the screen and select Search. This will then populate a list of students who align with your criteria. If your population exceeds 100 students, you'll want to select the Select All Recipients from the top of your data set. Once you've selected your associated students, you'll scroll to the bottom right and select Continue to move forward. This is where you'll begin to compose your nudges and communications. The first thing you'll want to do is add a welcome message. This welcome message will go to the students who are part of the campaign, letting them know who you are and why you're reaching out to them about registration. After selecting Add Welcome Message, you'll be able to include what type of communication you'd like to send. Under Nudge Type here, you'll select either email or SMS for text messaging. As you scroll down for email, you'll add your welcome message. Include your subject and the body of your communication. Please note on the left side, this is where you'll update the email communication itself, and on the right side, you'll be able to preview the communication as it would display to the student. It's important to note that the name will always populate as Andrew in Navigate, but when the student receives the communication, it'll populate their particular name. Scrolling down, you'll be able to add attachments as necessary and preview the dates of your communication. Similar to other campaigns in Navigate 360, the first communication will go to students on the day that the campaign starts. In this case, we have the campaign starting on October 28th, and so the first communication will go to students on October 28th. When you're ready to move on, go ahead and select Save Welcome Message on the bottom right of your screen. You'll then be brought back to the Compose Nudges window. From here, you can add additional communications by selecting Add Nudge, and you can edit your communications up until the day that the communication is scheduled to launch. An optional feature is to include a success message. This would go to students who have taken action and registered for at least one credit in the upcoming term. If you'd like to add a success message, select Add Success Message and follow the steps to include your email or text communication. Either way, when you're ready to move on, select Continue from the bottom right of the screen. There is a lot from the Verify and Start window, and so I decided that it would be helpful to break down the communications and information available to you from this window. The first is the note at the very top of the screen that reads, any students in this campaign who are already enrolled in Spring 25 and have not been sent an email will be removed from the campaign when you click Start Campaign. This is a nice feature, as students who are already registered for the upcoming semester will not receive any of these enrollment communications. For the campaign summary, you're able to preview the details of the campaign, including the name, the tracking URL, and the start and end date. Additionally, you're able to preview who the sender of the communication is, your recipients, and preview all of the communications you have scheduled to go to your students. When you're ready, from the far right bottom of the screen, you can select Start Campaign to start your campaign. As is with other campaigns in Navigate 360, you will have instant access to information related to the impact of your enrollment campaign. Once you select Start Campaign, at the top of your screen, you'll be able to preview how many students you reached out to, and of those students, how many registered for at least one credit for the preferred term. Additionally, you have access to reporting, analytics, and the advanced search to help access data related to enrollment. For example, if you're looking for students who were enrolled in the fall 2024 term who are not yet registered for the spring 2025 semester, are not approved to graduate in January 2025, and haven't been dismissed, you would use the criteria indicated here at the top of your screen. Once you've selected your criteria in the advanced search and selected search, you will have access to a list of students who align with the criteria. This list is dynamic, meaning it will update as students register or unregister for courses, and will be accessible to you from your staff home screen under your Assigned Students drop-down menu. Within Analytics, you're able to access the Population Health Dashboard. Using the filters on the left side of the screen, you are able to access a particular count of students who have registered for the upcoming or preferred semester. Please note that the information in this dashboard is updated every 48 hours, and so your numbers may be slightly off depending on the volume of registration over the last 2 days. Please feel free at the top right of this particular screen to download this report if you need to share it with certain colleagues. Finally, you'll have access to reporting. Reporting in Navigate 360 is available to you from the icon menu. Select the icon that looks like a spreadsheet with a magnifying glass. From reporting, you're going to select Standard Reports, and in the search bar, you can type in Enroll. This will allow you to view the different types of reports related to enrollment. For example, if you wanted to look at student enrollment, you could select Student Enrollment and build out different fields to bring a list together of enrollment for students in a particular population. For example, in this report, we're looking for the enrollment term of spring 2025 for students who are enrolled in less than or equal to 9 term credit hours. This means that these are students who are enrolled in spring 2025 who are registered for 9 or less credits. When you've identified your criteria, from the bottom left, you can select Run Report. Additionally, I want to highlight, once you run your report, you'll have access to manage the data you're accessing, including what columns are visible and in what order those columns are displayed. Additionally, you can download your data and even transform it into pivot tables and charts. From the top right of reporting, you also have access to save your reports and share your report filters with other users. This concludes our overview of Navigate 360 enrollment campaigns. Again, if you have any questions about this or any other functions related to Navigate 360, please reach out to us at navigatesupport@kane.edu. Thanks for watching.